dream on the outside, you've got to live the dream on the inside. My favorite story is this. Opening day of Disney World. All the reporters gathered around, and one of the reporters stood up, and he said something like this. He said, wow, this is a fabulous place, fantastic. It's going to be, for years and years, it's going to be a safe haven for kids, for families to come. It's going to be an absolute icon of the world. This is just awesome. And he went on to saying something like this. He said, only wish Walt was here to see this. Roy Disney was sitting down. Without missing a beat, he stood up. This was Walt's brother. And he said, excuse me there, you. Walt saw this dream first, and that's why you are standing here today. If you want to live your dream on the outside, you've got to live your dream on the inside. You must start. People come up to me and say, Ryan, hey, man, I understand all these dreams and these goals and this success thing. Hey, man, it's good, but hey, I wasn't lucky. I was born at the wrong time, born at the wrong place, had the wrong parents, had the wrong education, had the wrong influence. Everything else was wrong around me. But you know what? I went down to my astrologer the other day. Her name was Madame Pakula. And what Madame Pakula said? Madame Pakula said something like this. On the 21st of March, you're going to be doing well. Why? Because Venus is smiling at Mars, and Mars is smiling at Mercury, and Mercury is smiling at Moon, and Moon is shining way down on Earth. So you're going to be doing well on the 21st of March next year. Till then, I'll sit and wait for that.
You're waiting for it.
Astrology even says this. You can either open your palm and you can keep looking at it and wait for things to happen, or you can pretty much close your fist and get to work and make things happen. I found out there's three human fears. This is my opinion. And that's what stops us from doing what we want in life. Number one is the fear of failure. Number two is the fear of success. And number three is the fear of rejection. Fear of failure goes something like this. Oh no, what if I don't make my quota? Fear of success goes something like this. Oh, what if I make my quota and they expect me to do that again? Number three, fear of rejection goes something like this. Oh, what if I make my quota and now my friends hate me? These are the three fears we have, human fears. This is my opinion, and I think it's true. Until such time we learn to get over those fears, we're pretty much going to be sitting down and waiting for things to happen. 5 years will come and go no matter what, whether we like it or not. But what we do starting from today will determine who we become 5 years from now. I say this to people, I say, don't set goals that don't exist. This is my last point. Set goals that don't exist. What do I mean by that? Let me illustrate to you. A salesman, let's take a salesman for instance, sells 100 widgets a month, right? Now that's his quota. The next month he decides to sell 110. That's a 10% increase in his sales, right? Yes? Yes or no? Yes? He decides to sell 50% more. That's a 50% increase in sales. Now, to me, that's a great goal. You've got to start somewhere. That's the next step. Writing your goals down is fantastic. You have to write your goals down. That's the first step. That's taking the next step. But to me, that goal exists. That goal exists. Setting yourself a 10%, 50% target. If you work hard, if you work smart enough, you can achieve that. You get me what I'm trying to say? It exists. That goal exists. But I am about going beyond that. And not setting goals that are possible, but setting goals that are impossible. Oh, cool, Ram. The perfect world scenario would go something like this. You know, if it was the perfect world, I would do what? What would you do? If it was the perfect world, what would you do? Should that be your goal? Should that be set as your goal? That's my point. And here's the challenge. The challenge we can take back today is, You have to have courage to think it. Because if you have courage to think it, you can pretty much do it. I was speaking to Cranbourne Secondary just last week, and year 12 students, I was doing a goal-setting workshop with them. And students were, responding very well to the workshop. Never done something like this before. And it was great, a lot of the kids came up to me and said, Ryan, yes, one of my goals. I said, great, great, great. So one of the teachers walked up to me and she said, no, this is great, you've never done something like this, it's really nice, it's good, maybe come back and do it again. I said, yeah, good, great. What did you get out of this matter? She looked at me and she said, fine, this is great stuff for 20, 30, 40, maybe early 50-year-olds. For me, I'm in my late 50s. I'm pretty much finished with life, I've done most of my stuff. And I said to her, madam, excuse me, it's not over. It's not over yet for you. You still have a lot to give. You still have a lot to achieve. You still have a purpose in life. The only reason you're on this planet is because you still have a purpose in life. Here's a test, right? There's a test to see if you have a purpose in life. You going to play with me on this? Hold your hand up, please. Hold your hand up.
I'll give you an extra word.
Hold your hand up. Close to your nose. Breathe hard on it. Good. Can you feel your breath? Great. You have a purpose in life. You still have a purpose in life. The wealthiest places in the world it's not the gold mines, it's not the coal mines, it's not the silver mines. None of that is the wealthiest place. You know what the wealthiest place in the world, to me, is the graveyard. Because that's where everyone, a lot of people, not everyone, a lot of people take their dreams, take their talents, take their ideas to the grave. So coming back on point, set goals. Number 1, set goals. 2, commit yourself to it. And 3, take action. Massive action. And I'm talking about taking action within 24 hours of setting your goal. Don't live for a month or 2 or 3 or 4. By the time you know 5 years has gone past. So 1 is write your goals down. 2 is commit yourselves to it. And 3 is take massive action within 24 hours of setting your goal. You know what? When you start to set impossible goals, set the normal, the goals you need to set, but when you set that one impossible goal, all of a sudden, the universe, it starts aligning. I believe in this, and it comes to your aid. I don't know how it works, but it does work. It comes to your aid. I don't know how electricity works. I'm not sure how it works, but all I know is if I put the switch on, the light comes on. Same concept. So when you set goals, when you commit yourself and you take massive action, all of a sudden this thing, change starts to occur. Change. All fear is the fear of change. All fear is the fear of change. When change starts to occur, all those fears I was talking about, those 3 fears, are out the door. And you are on your way to making and creating extraordinary things.